Hi, this is Dr. Gingrich. This is week 1 of Theory and Practice in the Biological Sciences. I want to just take a few minutes to go through the week's assignments to help you find where everything is in the course so that you can spend more time actually doing your assignments rather than hunting for where things are. Please, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to email me or to call me so that we can clarify those and get you on the right track. I will share my screen so we can go through this in the course together. So here we are in the course homepage for Theory and Practice, and we will go to Course Content. And your weekly modules are over here labeled 1 through 10 on the side. So week 1 is History and Philosophy of Science. When we go into that, we can see it gives us a brief overview of this particular week's topic, the assignment checklist, and then the assignments are also in order. So the first assignment up here in the checklist is introduce yourself, and that's the first thing that pops up here. If it says discussion topic here, that means that is a discussion posting, and you'll see instructions. So for this first one, it's asking you to just introduce yourself. So we want an opportunity to introduce ourselves to one another in the class. We'll be doing some peer review and some other discussions, so it's always kind of nice to get to know one another. So in order to do that, what you would do is click on the actual link there. The first thing you'll do is to hit start a new thread. You can put in a title and then type in whatever it is you want. Then you will hit post. So that will post your initial one. When you get ready to respond to someone, you'll see other individuals' posts down here. You can go into that person's post. And then you can read their post, and then you can say reply to thread, and then you can reply to that person. And then after you're finished writing in your reply, hit post. So you'll go in and do an initial posting, and then you'll also do a reply to 2 other students. So let's go back to our module 1. The next thing that we have on module 1 is this reading assignment. Now, once we've completed something, we can either go back to the original page by following this trail here and coming back to Unit 1, or we can just use this arrow key to go to the next item in the list. So the next thing in the list after the reading assignment is this second discussion. So the second discussion, you will be looking at this TED Talk from Laura Snyder. And then at the end of that, you'll make a discussion posting based on your impression of this video. Make a 1-paragraph posting. Once again, for a posting, you'll do start a new thread. You'll type in your reaction based on what it's asking you to do up here in the instructions and do post. When you're done with your initial post, you can reply to others. So you can click on someone's, read it, and do reply to thread and post. If we go back and look at this discussion, we also see there's a discussion rubric here. The discussion rubric tells you how it's going to be graded. You can see that you get a maximum of 10 points for your original post, and then you also will have points for replying. This is worth a total of 20 points. 10 points for your initial post, 5 points each for your reply to another student. Remember that once you do that, it's going to put a check mark there. So if I had posted and replied to the other students, I should see a check mark there. Once again, you can either come back here and click on it from the main page on that week, or you can use the arrows if you're going down the list. Then you're going to have this reflection. This reflection is a drop box. It's not a discussion. In the drop box, it's telling you, first you're going to watch this video from Yuri Alon, and then you're going to write a reflection based on watching. Make sure you take a look at the questions that are always posted there, because it'll ask you some specific things. Do any of these ideas seem useful to you? Explain. Are they new to you? It's telling you that it wants you to reference it. And if you don't know how to reference it, take a look at Chapter 4. It'll show you how to do an appropriate CSE style citation. I would like these to be submitted as Word documents. Create your Word document in Microsoft Word, and then from wherever it is on your computer, you can just drag that file over to here and then upload. Once I had submitted that, I could use this arrow to go on to the next item. So the next thing on the list is some videos about deductive, inductive, and abductive reasoning. So you'll watch these videos. After you watch the videos, you can once again click the next button. And the next thing after the videos are a set of flashcards. In this flashcard activity, it's going to give you a series of scenarios, and you're going to decide whether that particular thing that it's just described to you is inductive reasoning or deductive reasoning. Just click the cards to start, and then it'll go through. You read that, you answer to yourself, I think that's inductive or I think it's deductive, and then you click to flip it over to see. So this is a self-assessment. It's not something that I'm actually going to get the information about whether you got it right or wrong. This is for you to test yourself to see if you understand inductive and deductive reasoning. Once you're finished with that flashcard activity, then you can click the arrow and you'll go to the Module 1 quiz. This Module 1 quiz will also have questions about that kind of reasoning. If you've done the videos and you've done the flashcards, then this quiz should be pretty easy for you to do. When you're ready to take it, just do Start Quiz here. You'll go through those questions. You'll hit Submit Quiz at the end. When I clicked the next item, notice it comes up with Module 2. So that's telling me that I've just completed Module 1. I can always go back and check too. If I look at this checklist, you should, once you finish these things, see check marks all up and down here. I don't have them because when I just went through, I didn't actually submit some of those documents. You should, again, know that you've completed everything by seeing those check marks. Now, another way that you can go through and check is you can come up here to Submission Review, and you can look at discussions, and you can see whether or not you posted something. You also can look at your drop boxes, and you should be able to see if you actually submitted this. If you did submit this reflection, it would show that there was a file submitted there. And then for quizzes, same thing. If I go to quizzes, if I had submitted this quiz, it would tell me that I had submitted the quiz there. So there's several ways for you to check whether or not you've actually completed those assignments. So I hope you enjoy this section on the history and philosophy of science and some of the videos that you get to watch this week. And once again, if you have any questions about what you need to be doing or how to do those things, don't hesitate to contact me.